Hey, today we're at Bitcoin Amsterdam 2022, and today we're going to give you some tips on the market. But before we get into it, how do you like Amsterdam?
Amsterdam's lovely. It's my sixth time in the city, but the biggest, largest Bitcoin event going down here. It's not as bumping. It's not as dense or more traffic than Miami. There's a ton of people in Miami. It was hot in Miami. There's a bunch of huge keynote speakers, senators, celebrities. I think this is more low key, more intimate. It is a bear market as well, so I think the number of people showing up has showed. Also, it's a bit rainy and gloomy today, so aside from that, it's cool. The people are cool. The speakers have been cool. We've had a great time. We're taking a lot of content, so loving it. And I'm gonna see you guys in Miami next year, 2023. It's gonna be huge. I'd love to see all of you guys there.
Nice. Yeah, I agree with that. So for beginners, what kind of tips would you give them, whether it's a bull market or a bear market?
Well, right now Bitcoin's cheap. I mean, compared to $69,000 from the high, this is the best time to build the habit to start dollar cost averaging. Like whether it's $5, $50, a couple $1,000s, whatever you can afford every month. That small percentage, 5%, 10%, or if you want to put 20% of your income every month into Bitcoin, or heck, even Ethereum. This is the time to do it while it's cheap, while the market's not exploding. Everything's quiet right now. Learn how to use the tech. Learn to be fluent with sending, receiving, so when the bull market does come or Bitcoin hits six figures, you'll be ready. You've been accumulating and you're in a good position. Also, you can find some groups. You can join our Discord for free. There's a bunch of information on Twitter where you can start learning for free and then getting ready for when the bull market comes. I find this is the best time to kind of gather, educate yourself, be knowledgeable, and when the bull market comes, you are way further than the average market participant and you'll slay.
Nice. So dollar cost averaging. Yeah, I agree. That's a great way to get into crypto. But I know it's not all good trades and everything. So can you share to them maybe a really good trade that you've had and a bad trade that you've had?
Yeah, well, thinking that you'll win every trade is, that nobody wins every trade, and you're going to probably lose more than you win, especially when you're starting out. So, one of my best trades, I guess, is just finding narratives. And if I'm going to give another tip, finding an edge, finding a narrative. So that was I've been watching Dogecoin before the whole meme coin narrative exploded. So I was looking for a perfect entry, and I got in, and that was a huge trade. Also, Ethereum performing more than Bitcoin with all the DeFi and the NFTs. I positioned myself in more Ethereum, where it actually exploded in price, and I doubled the amount of Bitcoins I had. And that was some of the best trades I've done, was with the meme coin narrative and the Ethereum taking over Bitcoin, and it was near the bottom of 0.03. And some Twitter guys said that this was the death of Ethereum. 0.03 is breaking down, and it actually reversed there. So those are some of my bigger trades. Finding those narratives and then going big on them when you're confident. Taking a slightly larger position and then profiting off that. So that was great. Can't lie there.
Okay, and what about a losing trade?
Yeah, well, I can't share my winners without sharing my losers. So, some of my biggest losers, I guess, is because of FOMO. I feel like I missed out on some, huge gains or some huge narratives, and then I just kind of FOMO, and that's fear of missing out. Not only do I jump in, I usually jump in larger than I do normally. So that's already two things that I shouldn't be doing: over leveraging myself, and then FOMOing in because I just missed it without doing the proper research. So, I think I'll tell you straight up, one NFT I FOMO'd right into it. It was a picture of a donkey, and V friends. I could be very specific. I got it at 17 ETH, and it actually rode up to 24 ETH, and I ended up selling it for 8, all within the same week. And I think they're less than 8 ETH right now, so it could have been the right move, but I'm quick on my losses, so that was almost a 10 ETH loss. And then another one was, I thought that I was missing the some narrative I was following, which was the Pulse chain, the Hex, and I got shilled some random coin, and I thought I missed Hex, so this one could potentially do 1000x. I put in a ton of money, and then the next day there was some malfunction in the code. It pretty much rugged. They actually did an airdrop later, so I recovered a little bit, but those are just because I thought I was missing out. I wanted to get into something quick. It have already rose up so quickly, and then I'm basically buying the top at a large position. So, FOMOing in happens to all of us, and that's something I would highly recommend to like write out some checklists that if it doesn't do this or X or Y, then I'm not going to get in, and then following a sizing or risk management. So you're like just putting in 1% of your trading stack or 2% in every trade, and then you actually can also manage your losses. So that comes with practice and a ton of practice. And I found when you don't follow your trading rules, you're gonna of course lose money.
Yeah, always trading with a higher size never works out. So similar with your situation, a lot of people are scared to sort of get hacked or get rugged or any of those lose money. So what would you recommend for them to watch out for?
I mean, the big thing is never sending your crypto to anybody, like never falling into a scam or like falling into the belief that somebody could do it for you and start paying, you some yields or some returns. Whenever you send your crypto to somebody that's going to be trading it for you, more than likely that's gone. I mean, even people trying to teach you to trade, people that are trying to, show you this or whatever it may be. Also, use a burner wallet. Never have all your crypto on one wallet. Make sure to have multiple wallets, especially when you're interacting with like NFTs, DeFi protocols. Make sure to be using wallets that have none or like 0 to none crypto in it, where you're just using them as a kind of barrier, as a hot wallet. Also, I would highly recommend to be using like Trezors, Ledgers, YubiKeys to take your security to the next level, because if you're dollar cost averaging, if you're working so hard to put your money into Bitcoin and then somebody takes it all, that's like a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching feeling, and I don't want anybody to go through that. I've been scammed. I've lost a lot of money trusting people or getting into protocols and into these platforms that I think that might be the next thing. So it comes back down to sizing. So if you lose just 1% or 2%, you're still in the game. If you lose the farm, then you can't play the game, and you'll never get lucky, and you'll never hit that jackpot or that 100x. So that's pretty much it. I think it's just important to get started today. We're bringing you this video from Bitcoin Amsterdam. We're going to be in Bitcoin Miami. Is there anything else?
I think that's about it. We've showed everyone, all the new beginners, some tips. We're at Bitcoin Amsterdam, like he said, always visiting the largest events. And yeah, do you have any last words?
That's pretty much it. We're going to close off here. We'll see you guys at the next event.